So, Zero Caliber has finally released their grand update. The last video I did in this game was 2 years ago. What changed? Taking a look at the update log on Steam, we can see that there's quite a lot to go over, so I'm just going to summarize some of the bigger things. The first being 11 new weapons have been added to the game, including some World War II weapons that you can customize to your liking. There are also new melee weapons that have finally been added, with 7 being the total. They have improved the enemy AI, including improved cover usage and enhanced decision making. For the multiplayer side, they have switched from peer-to-peer to dedicated servers for co-op. They claim this will have better game sync and performance. They have reworked and improved combat on all the missions. I've only played a few missions so far and haven't really noticed that much of a difference. The missions also have new objectives on them now to make them a little bit more varied. The game's graphics/textures have been improved on all maps. Now there's much more in this update than what I've listed, but these are some of the biggest changes I noticed. I recommend going and reading the whole thing if you want to know all the changes they have made. Keep in mind that this update released on December 13th and today is January 11th. There have been 2 hotfixes since the Grand Update has released, and I've played with both of them, so any issues I've had playing were after the 2 hotfixes. So, while playing the new update, I did notice that the levels did look a lot better than they did before, despite some weird issues.
What the fuck? Is there like a helicopter somewhere? Or... Holy shit!
Also, the new World War II weapons were pretty fun to use. The AI, though, still seemed very bad. Even after all the changes they made to them, they kind of just stand around and act very generic. The friendly AI was also still useless. There are multiple points where they just stand around getting shot at and don't even shoot back or won't see an enemy that is right in front of them.
The fucking friendly AI.
Oh, yeah,
They don't even do anything. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing?
There were multiple instances where friendly AI would walk in front of me when I was trying to shoot, which would make my gun go a bit glitchy for a second and cause my aim to mess up. It was very annoying. I actually found it better just to shoot the friendly AI because of how useless they were. I was hoping after waiting for so long that we would actually get something updated with the AI for the friendlies, but there didn't seem to be any changes to them in the update log. Now let's talk about the new melee system and weapons. The new melee system allows you to use either your gun or one of the 7 new weapons to fight enemies when they are right in front of your face. While using these new weapons, though, I did not see any real use of them when I could just melee with my gun, and the weapons didn't feel that satisfying to use because there was no force when I hit an enemy. It kind of just went right through them. They also got in the way a lot when I tried to grab a new mag, though this was supposedly fixed in a hotfix. I still had this issue where I would just go to grab my mag and I would grab the melee weapon. They have also changed the weapon placement on the character as well, which in my opinion seems worse than before, with a large gun on the chest being hard to sometimes grab items underneath it, and also takes up a lot of your view when you look down. Another thing to talk about is the new dedicated server connection for co-op, which actually from my experience seems to be worse. When they talked about it would be how much better it would be, it seems to be a lot worse, because when I was playing I saw the enemies lagging around on my in my view. They were lagging, which I was the one hosting and I only had 50 ping to the server, so it should not have been as bad as it was. I will say that after waiting patiently for this update for a long time, my personal thoughts are that I was hoping for a lot more because of how long it took. It took quite a few years for this update to drop. The game still feels quite short. The levels especially, I had one that I played that was 15 minutes, and that was us taking it very slow. And there's not much to do in the game besides level up and get more guns, which gets very boring when you're replaying the same levels over and over and over again. Though in the future, they said they are going to be adding in mod support, which might bring a little bit more variety to the game. And currently the game is $25 on Steam, and if you are looking for a VR co-op game with guns, I would recommend you wait on this game to see where the development goes, because it has not really had much content at all in those 2 years since the last time I played. Anyway, thanks for watching the video. Let me know your thoughts on the new update in the comments. And if you liked the video, please leave a like.
Don't you do it.
Fuck, it's not loaded.
Yeah, quickly. Yep.
Oh,
Oh,
fuck.
again?
Still
Again?
alive.
There we
There we
go.
go.
100 ping.